Today we set out a goal to try obtaining the new Last Breath bow. Later in the video you will see how crazy this bow is, and honestly, I didn't think it would have been this good. Now most of my viewers aren't even subscribed, so if you could help me out and just double check that you're subscribed, that would be awesome. Anyways, enjoy the video. Alright, so as I said just a second ago, that this is a new Dungeon Floor 5 bow. I already do have the bow because I bought it off of Auction House, but what it has is 180 damage, 180 strength, and then this is the interesting ability. It reduces the defense of your target by 50 on a hit, and it stacks up to 2 times, which means it could go down 100 defense. Honestly, it is actually pretty interesting, and I think it's going to do pretty well, because if you can make a mob go minus 100 defense, then you're just going to be dealing more damage towards that mob. So it's going to be a pretty powerful bow, definitely in dungeons, maybe even outside of dungeons. So currently I only have 72 million coins, so hopefully we do have enough coins to completely max out this bow in today's video. But let's go ahead, and firstly we need to buy ourselves, oh my god, recombobulators are 9.4 mil? Okay, well there's a lot of our money right there. We spent 9.4 mil on a recombobulator. They used to be like 5 million coins. Holy crap, they increased in price. And then let's buy ourselves 10 hot potato books, which should be around another million coins. Yeah, 935k. So that's not too terrible. Let's go ahead and actually add them to the bow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 10. There we go. Now it has 200 damage and 200 strength. Oh, and also I just bought myself 5 fuming hot potato books, so let's go ahead and add those to the bow as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Okay, so now we have a total of 210 damage and 210 strength. So next up, we're going to be buying ourselves a Power 6 maxed out God book for the bow. So let's buy that for 6.6 mil, and let's add it to this bow. So there's also this new enchant called Overload 5, which is for the bows, and what it does is it increases your crit damage by 5%, increases your crit chance by 5%, and then it says if you have a critical chance above 100%, there's a chance for it to give a mega crit, which a mega crit gives 50% more damage. So we can buy this book for about 13 mil, so not terrible. Let's add it to the bow, and boom, there we go. So now next, we just need telekinesis, and boom. Also, we gotta get ourselves a Reforge, so let's try getting the Unreal Reforge, because, yep, there we go. The Unreal Reforge, I think, is like the best Reforge for a bow, unless you're using like one of those spiritual stones or something like that, but we're just gonna go with the Unreal Reforge for now. Okay, so honestly, the bow is pretty much maxed out. All we have to do next is just add the recombobulator, and what the recombobulator does is it just makes the stats on the Reforge a little bit better. Recombobulator and combine, and oh, we have to remove this message, and there we go. Now we have it completely maxed out, and there's actually one more thing that we do need to do, and that's we need to actually 5-star the bow. And there we go, we have a full 5-starred maxed out Last Breath bow, and it should be getting really good stats while we're in dungeons. So I guess let's do a quick damage test on the bow, and I do want to eventually compare it to the bone meringue. Now, I think the bone meringue might still be a little bit better, but the reason, you know, because of the whole making the defense less on the mobs, maybe the Unreal Last Breath bow that we have right now might end up dealing more damage. Also, a huge thing with it is that the bone meringue only has 500 strength, but the Last Breath bow has 653 strength, and if you look in like the grayish parentheses, you can see that's how much damage we will get in dungeons. I'll show you that later though. Let's buy ourselves a God Potion, confirm, and then drink this thing up, and now we have all effects. Oh, I just realized that we upgraded in Fame rank, and what that does is it gives us a plus 1.8 times bit multiplier, and then we get plus 20 election votes, so that's actually pretty awesome. Okay, so the Last Breath bow deals 63,000 damage, and then the bone meringue does 79,000 damage. So the bone meringue is a little bit better, but obviously if I'm this far away and I try hitting the mob, I can't. But if I use the Last Breath, I can hit the mob. So obviously the bone meringue does more damage, but it's meant for more closer range, and the Last Breath bow does a little bit less damage, but it's meant for further range. So I can't really like tell which one's better, so we're gonna have to run into some dungeons to see which one's the best bow. So we're now in a dungeon run, and here's our damage for the bone meringue. We have 911 damage, 503 strength, 28% crit chance, and then 214% crit damage. And then with the new Last Breath bow, we have 562 damage, 653 strength, 30 crit chance, and then 201 crit damage. And we have started. Okay, so kind of my strategy off the beginning of a dungeon run is just using the bone meringue, but I guess I should try out this new bow and see kind of the damage on it. I can't really see any damage because there's so much stuff going around right now, but I'll give you an update in a second. Okay, so the bone meringue right now is dealing 800k damage, and then the last breath is dealing 650,000 damage. Okay, so obviously the bone meringue is a lot better, but what I need to test out is a really higher like defense mob, so then I can see if this minus defense like perk on the bow is actually pretty useful. Yes, we found ourselves a lost adventure. Okay, so the first hit deals, oh my god, this is scary. Okay, the first hit is dealing 61,000 damage. The second one is dealing 114,000 damage. Holy crap, 120,000 damage. Okay, so it's actually working. The more times we hit it, or not the more times, but because we hit it 2 times, it lowered the defense by 2. So we're dealing a lot more damage now, and that's actually awesome. Okay, this guy's actually getting shredded right now. So it turns out that because of the defense being lowered by 100, once we hit the mob 2 times, it actually makes you deal so much more damage. So that's pretty cool. But what I forgot to do is enable a pet. We didn't have our level 99 skeleton pet, you know, out. And by the way, it's like 100 something. It's literally like 102,000 XP away from being level 100, so we're so close to it. And I do need to also change the held item on it because it's still an EXP share. But what we need to do is activate this pet and try testing it out again, because now we're going to be dealing even more damage. Let's do another quick damage test now that I have the skelly pet out. So now the bone meringue deals 1.4 mil, and then the last breath bow deals 1.14 mil. Okay, so now we have the blood room open, and let me see if I can take on these mobs with this bow. Oh, that actually deals some pretty good damage. Okay, let's back up a little bit. Yeah, look at that. We just sit here bowing them, and they just shreds their HP. That's actually pretty OP. And you're dead, and you're dead, and you're dead. Wow, that was like one of the easiest blood rooms I've ever done. Okay, let's head to the boss fight. We're in the boss fight. So let's see how good this actually does. I want to see if we can actually deal some good damage to these guys. And okay, we're gonna go up. I'm lagging. What is this server like? Okay, as long as we just keep the mobs sitting here, I can just keep piercing them all, and then eventually they'll just all die. And we did it. We beat the boss. GG. Okay, let's see what we got. I don't think we got a really good. Yeah, we got the A tier. So let me see. Did we get anything good? Ooh, we got Legion. I think the Legion enchant is actually pretty good, so we might buy that one. Nothing good in there. We got nothing much in there, and yeah, so we're actually gonna, you know what, I'm gonna check it up, and maybe we'll buy Legion, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyways, it seems that this new bow is actually pretty good, and I'm gonna probably start using it in just kind of like a combination with the bone meringue. I used to use the hurricane bow a lot, but honestly, like, the hurricane bow is starting to get not very good anymore because all the other mobs are higher levels. So the bow spamming just doesn't work much anymore. But yeah, anyways, that is the video. The new last breath bow, I would say, is definitely worth getting if you are an archer like me. And yeah, hope you enjoyed, and peace out, guys.